I gotta go delete it. See, this is my fault for having too many channels. Wait a minute. Oh, child. Technical difficulties. My apologies. My apologies. Yes, we tricking and treating today. That was a trick for y'all. I tricked y'all. Happy Halloween. I tricked you. I cracked myself up. Hold on. I gotta go delete it now. Lord Jesus, I gotta go delete it. Hold on. But the people over there like, what had happened? What is going on? What is going on, ATLien? Okay, are we in the right room now? Do y'all see me? Are we here? Am I in the right? Am I in the right room? Hold on. I'm sorry for the delay. Y'all know your girl ain't perfect. There's always some technical difficulties when it comes to me and this YouTube thing. I'm still learning. I am a constant work in progress, honey. I am a constant work in progress. Don't ever let nobody tell you differently. I'm the blog goddess now, but I'm still, man, I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm building every day. Every day. Hold on, let me go here. I can't even find the dang thing. Oh, there it is. I see it. It was under the thing, Ready to Love. Hold on, delete. Please wait, delete. Okay, video deleted. Now I can shout out the squad. Dana was first in the building. Amber Dunn is here. Black Mirror. Wanda Hamilton, C. Patterson, I see you. The Hooper of 2010, a newbie, binge worthy. I see you, King Colleton. Of course, the Nightbody's here, child. Tracy, Living My Truth, Reese's Pieces, Michelle Osby, absolutely amazing. Jazzy Bell, Noir King, T90. Yes, the squad is in the building. Alfreda, Travel Your Dreams Long. Catrice, PY Texan. I am Dungeon D, Royalty, Juno. Yes, Felicia is here. Felicia Mizell. Jerry, Open Lanes. Yeah, okay, we got a whole bunch of people here. Gloria, y'all here for the mess. I know y'all here for the mess. That's okay. I got some mess for y'all. Tracy, I see y'all. High Vibrations. Yes. Tammy from Dallas. D10. Miss Kitty Cat. Okay, Miss Kitty Cat. Hold on, let me go in here and check a few things real quick. Trying to make sure all my settings are straight. Y'all know I thought I was on time, but I was late. I thought I was on time. I thought I was doing something, honey. I was like, oh, it's 8:29. Press start. But little did I know I was still on the wrong damn channel. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Okay, okay, y'all rolling in. Let me do this. Okay, I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and I'm done. And we can officially get started. Hey y'all, thank you so very much for coming and joining me today. I know a lot of y'all are already watching basketball. Honey, that's the only reason I'm here, because I'm not watching basketball and everyone else is watching basketball. Where am I? Hold on. I lost myself. Oh, there I am. Okay. Um, Okay, you said I'm glowing. Oh, thank you so much, Chop. I try a little bit, try to keep my weave a little bit together. But anyway, y'all already know I started this little thing called Straight from the A.com in 2007. I call myself the blog goddess for a reason. It is how I eat. It is the only job that I have. Okay, I have never stopped. I take a little hiatuses every now and then, because I am the only blogger in the house, and so sometimes I have to do stuff outside of the net. But at the end of the day, when my job calls, I'm there. So people have been tagging me. people have been tagging me in some videos talking about, blogging is dead, social media is where it's at, people quitting because, of their spiritual beliefs. They don't want to be messy no more. They don't want to, they feel some kind of way. Like all kinds of people. People who ain't changed, but that's a moot point. But anyway, I just want to say one thing, okay? There are two types of people, okay? Bosses and people who work for bosses. There are people like me. I'm a boss. I got my own company, my own LLC, straight from the A is, trademark, bonded, insured. That's why, I trip when people use my logo on whatever picture it may be. I trip. I do trip. I be in my feelings because I'm like, don't be using my logo to brand your stuff when it ain't got nothing to do with you. I worked hard. These 10, 11 years pounding the pavement to get people to know who I am when I walk in the door. Hard. You hear me? So, there's that. So I do consider myself somewhat of a boss. You may not, but I do. And so there are other people who work for bosses. Okay. Some people's bosses are YouTube. YouTube is a corporation. YouTubers work for YouTube. If you are on Straight from the A, you work for Straight from the A. My only issue with YouTube, and I have none, but I'm on YouTube too, get my little coins every now and then. I get it. People come on YouTube like, I got XYZ million followers. I got XYZ 100 followers. I get paid YouTube, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you one thing about YouTube. And I can throw this shade, knowingly because I have done it, okay? YouTube gives you your check for, services rendered. They take a cut and they move on. I know that because I am here. I also know that someone else can take a cut of your YouTube wages, i.e. garnish them, i.e. take them. You know what that means? That means you are not a boss. You are working. You are working for a boss. So the most important thing for any blogger, I don't care if it's on YouTube, I don't care if it's on Instagram, I don't care if it's on Facebook, I don't care where it is. The most important thing for any blogger, and y'all can consider this just a prelude to the masterclass, okay, is to have your own platform. It is yours. Nobody can take it away unless you do something to get it taken, i.e. don't pay for your hosting, i.e. don't pay for your domain, i.e. do something like that. But when you're on someone else's platform, such as YouTube, I love YouTube dearly. YouTube is, a wonderful place to come and hang out every now and then. But when you're on someone else's platform, that platform can be taken away like that. Just like this. Ask the Shade Room. Ask Hollywood Unlocked. Ask any YouTuber, Instagrammer, Facebooker, if they put something on YouTube that YouTube doesn't like, guess what happens? YouTube takes it down. Does that mean you're a boss? Or does that mean your boss is monitoring you? If you put something on Straight from the A, it doesn't get taken down unless the boss chooses to take it down. As of today, and I've been in business for 11 years, 6 months, 5 days, 2 hours and 15 minutes, somewhere around there. I may be approximating. But as of today, there's never been a post taken down on straightfromtheA.com. I've always stood behind anything I post. Whether it be shady, whether it be a little bit less factual than I would like it to be, whether people get mad, whether people file a lawsuit against me, whatever the case may be, the boss chooses not to remove it. So, I just kind of wanted to come to YouTube and kind of tell the children, teach the children that, yes, it is great to have 1 million followers on a platform. It is great to utilize your platform to promote your brand, to promote yourself, to promote other things. But one thing you are doing when you are on those other platforms is helping those other platforms make money. You are not the boss. You are a worker. So despite however other people may feel and say, It's not worth it. Instagram, people love microblogging. The Shade Room, they're having, they have however many 8 million followers, and they put all their stuff on there. Why go read when I could just read a sentence and just keep it moving? Here's why. Blogs like the Shade Room, blogs like Baller Alert, blogs like Families, Nicole Bitchy, whoever else you may, Hollywood Unlocked, their main goal is to send people to their site. If they had 8 million people on Instagram, if those same 8 million people, hey, if 1 million of those people went to their site, they wouldn't be worried about the 8 million on Instagram. They would not. But the thing about Instagram is the conversion rate is bullshit. Instagram is not going to send nobody off of their platform, not willingly. Why do you think you can't put links in your description box? Why do you think that when you scroll, you see ads? Because Instagram, the boss, the social media god, is making the money. I.e., you're not the boss. You're a worker bee. Okay, for example, let's take Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian has like 300 million across all social media platforms, somewhat, not even Kim. Let's say all the Kardashians together. How is it that with all of those 300 however million people, that they can't even get 1 million people to view the show? If you got that kind of pull, anything you do need to be popping. At least, a third of those people need to be supporting what you're doing. If I sell something, it need to be 1 million quadrillion sold. Like if I had 300 million people, it's gotta be. So my thing is, you need to have your own. Sure, Kim Kardashian owns her own name. Yeah, she's a boss. Yeah, she got money, but that's a whole nother story. She got a whole bunch of people watching her, and she utilizes that to do something else. But when you're a YouTuber, when you're a small blogger, when you're like just on somebody's platform, just dependent upon that money, my thing is don't be dependent, because at the drop of a hat, YouTube can shut down. Their servers can die, or get hacked, or whatever happened, and then what? You don't make no money. You don't have your own platform. You can't go over to Twitter and say, hey, tweets, come over to joeschmo.com. Hey, tweets, guess what? I'm over here today. If all my fans want to come over here and see me personally, I'll be on my site. Hey, how you doing? You can't do that if YouTube is your only platform. You can't do that if Instagram is your only platform. Especially... Okay, let's take Jason Lee, Hollywood Unlocked. Let's talk about that. Apparently, he got shut down. Why? Because the Barbs or somebody was like constantly flagging his page, and now all of his millions of people are just poof, gone. Where they at? We don't know. Instagram took them. He's fighting to get them back. But at the end of the day, he feels like he did nothing wrong, right? But if you violate whatever their terms or conditions are, you're in violation of your work contract. You don't own that platform. That platform is there for you to borrow, for you to like lease a little bit of space, just for you to do something with. That is why it's there. YouTube, I'm leasing this little bit of space just to be here and spew whatever I want to spew and talk about straight from the A.com, which is what? Owned by me. So whatever blogger, whoever, I don't care, I can name names if I wanted to, but whatever blogger tells you, oh, I quit blogging, to search for whatever, and it wasn't making me any money, and I just didn't want to put in the time. Child, blogging ain't dead. These people just scared. At the end of the day, a lot of the things that go along with blogging, a lot of people can't handle it. A lot of people can't handle being their own boss, because guess what? They rather, YouTube handle the lawsuits. They rather Instagram handle the lawsuits. They're not going to handle the lawsuits, because they know if they're on their own platform, who is accountable? You, the boss. So, no shade to you, no shade to people who prefer to work for other people. There are a lot of you out there that do prefer to work for other people, but I'm not one of them. You know, some people are delusional and feel like they are controlling their own destiny. YouTube is controlling your destiny. YouTube is controlling your destiny. Instagram, the people who are on Instagram, Instagram is controlling your destiny. If you're dependent upon Instagram to pay your rent, tomorrow it may be gone. Nicole Bitchy, you know, same thing. She didn't leave to follow her spiritual dreams. What did she do? She left to start another site. I get like it is just so many. We can talk about look, Funky Dineva, Nicole Bitchy, Concrete Loop, Crunk and Disorderly, Ice Cream. What was it? It was Ice Cream something. I can't remember. But anyway, it was just a whole bunch of really, really good blogs that, especially, you know, urban black blogs who shut down simply because they couldn't stand the heat. They couldn't stay in the kitchen. They was, you know, getting sued. They don't want to pay the legal fees. They can't handle their taxes. They were, you know, acquired by some bigger company and the bigger company went bankrupt. And now what you got to do? You got to shut down your site. And because you can't, you know, go against your contract. You can't, do other things. You have to like just eat it. You have to like, okay, well, I'm just going to be on Instagram from now on. Or I can't use my old name, so I'll just have to start a new blog with a whole new name and a whole new market employee and do it. I mean, it is what it is. I get it. You know, it's all business. But what I want y'all to know, it is very, very, very important to have your own platform if you're going to be a blogger. So whatever you do, whenever you do it, whenever you choose to do it, always go ahead and buy that domain, child. Go ahead and buy that domain. Make sure that if you get booted off YouTube, you got somewhere to send your people. Make sure if you get booted off Instagram, you got somewhere to send your people. Right now, the Shade Room is trying to get people to visit theshaderoom.com. And because they started on a platform such as Instagram, the people in Instagram ain't going nowhere. We used to this. Y'all need to give us all the tea. Don't be telling us to read the rest on the Shade Room. We don't want to read. We don't want to read. We want to look at the pictures. We want to look at the video right damn here. So just know. Anyway, so I just wanted to come through and just giggle a little bit and, tell y'all about that. It's some things that, that are kind of true. It's great to have a whole bunch of followers. It's great. But a whole bunch of followers on somebody else's platform is not guaranteed. That's all I got to say. So y'all can look at me, read me, be like, oh, her number's going down. She ain't got no money. She doing this. She doing that. But at the end of the day, guess what I got? A business that's mine, that I'm going to get out of it what I put in it. If I don't blog enough every day, I might not make enough money. So what I got to do, I got to work harder. But it's on me. Some people don't want to work hard. Some people want to work as little as possible. Some people feel like if they go do a video and they can make however much money, whatever that is, it's good enough for them because they rather have a boss and be an employee than to be a boss. So, you can't necessarily knock the slave mentality, but it's out there, child. It is out there. So to all of you people who keep trying to tell me that, fuck your blog, fuck this, that, and the third. Okay, but at the end of the day, for however many people, thank you so much, Bingeworthy, for however many people are there who are not reading the blog, there are just that many people out there who are. So if you're a blogger right now who owns your own domain, who wants to quit, I would say, go ahead and quit so that I can pick up your traffic. Because if the market is too saturated, look, the readers ain't going to come to me, but the readers got to go somewhere. You think CNN going to shut down? You think AJC.com going to shut down? You think Essence going to shut down? You think all these blogs, these news outlets who transfer over to blogs are going to shut down simply because they traffic diminished because people are on Instagram? Hell freaking no. Because at the end of the day, just because all of y'all shut down, that means more money for us. That means more money for the people who are still here. SandraRose.com, Perez Hilton, Straight from the A, Bossip, Media Takeout, whoever else. More money for us. So all y'all bloggers who was saturating the market, y'all gone over to Instagram. Y'all gone blogging. Yeah, blogging is dead. It ain't nothing but, people over here who like to read, people over here who like to spell, people who, know the difference between you, your, and your. People who, we like to read, we like to read stories. We like to form ideas and pictures and thoughts, and we like to see how other people form their ideas and thoughts. We like seeing that. So, that is all I have to say right now. But if you have some thoughts on, if blogging is dead or not, definitely, call me up. I want to hear from you guys to let me know if blogging is dead. I'm sure all y'all on YouTube think it's over, it's done. You never visit a blog, you ain't gonna never visit a blog. But that's all good. Maybe, you shouldn't because, a lot of people don't like to read. But I still like to read books and stuff. So, man, I'm a dinosaur. I like books. I like books. So call in. The phone number is, and don't call yet because I have to call in, but here's the phone number, 646-224-5980, pin number 8403583. Let me call. Hold on. Tony Allen, you love reading, so do I. I love to be smart. I like being smart. Like, the less you read, the dumber you gonna get, honey. Just don't stop reading, y'all. Don't do it. Don't be fooled. Don't be hoodwinked and bamboozled by the social media game. All y'all want to do is look at pictures. All y'all want to do is look at a video. Don't nobody know how to spell anymore. Don't nobody how to do much of anything. You are currently the only person in this conference. Half of y'all don't even know how to type because y'all speaking into y'all phone. Like, you are now on music. I don't get it. But I'm old school. I like words. We have a call. Caller 6955. You are on the line.
Hey, Michelle.
Hello. Who am I speaking with today?
It's Kay from Cobb.
Hey, Kay from Cobb.
I want to say thank you so much for making this live because I was kind of discouraged when I first started blogging. I was a little discouraged because I figured, no one was going to be reading and everything like that. But as I went along the process, I figured out that you have to really know how to work each platform. Like for Twitter, for instance, I don't get on Twitter a lot, but I will tweet links to my blog posts on there. Instagram, I'll post pictures or something like that. So I really feel like a lot of people, they get discouraged because they don't really know how to work each platform to direct people to your site.
Right.
If you give them too much on Instagram or Facebook, they're not going to want to go over this.
Right. I agree.
So it's a lot of stuff, but I love blogging. I feel like you can make some money, you can get some traffic on blogging, but you just can't. I think the number one thing is you can't give people so much on someone else's platform and then expect them to go to your platform. It's not going to work. It doesn't work. So
that is true. Y'all just pay attention to the game. Your favorite Instagram blogs, at the end of the day, if you go to them right now, they may have millions of followers, but they are still trying to get you to go to their platform. Why? Because they need you over there more than they need you on Instagram. Trust.
Exactly. And then I always tell people, you can't rely on, even just in regular day, everyday life, not even talking about the internet, but you can't rely on someone else for your well-being. So you always want to have something of your own on the side. Even if you have a 9-to-5, they could fire you tomorrow, and then what? You always want to have something of your own on the side because you never know what could happen. Your company could go bankrupt and then, you're out of a job.
Right.
So it's just like online. Instagram can shut down. And Instagram has had a few glitches recently in the past, month, and people were all going crazy in a frenzy. And it's I mean, y'all don't own Instagram.
Yeah. And the same thing with YouTube. The last week or the week before when YouTube shut down for an hour or two and people were going crazy.
Exactly.
Well,
and I saw someone in the comments, they said something about like, oh, well, the internet could shut down. And I was like, I mean, it's a possibility, but at the same time, you want to establish your name while you can. Like, Don't waste time on the internet doing nothing. Like, be productive. If you really want to do something, be productive on the internet while you're spending hours and hours on the internet. If you establish your name and people remember it, if the internet shuts down and then gets back up again, people are going to remember your name. They're going to go straight back to your page and follow you or whatever the case may be.
If the internet shut down tomorrow, it'd be straight from the A magazine. I go to the printing company.
I tell people, like, people spend so much time on the internet, and it's like you spend hours and hours on the internet every single day, but you're not like making a name for yourself. Make a name for yourself so people will remember you.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
That's my thing.
Well, thank you so much for your input. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, bye.
Caller 5100, you on the line.
Okay. Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
Oh, this is Mona calling from Baltimore.
Can you hear me? Hold on. I'm sorry. This is Mona?
Yeah, calling from Baltimore.
Hey, Mona. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the conversation.
Okay.
I don't think blogging is dead at all. I really think that a lot of bloggers have forgotten to do the research to break a story. I think a lot of bloggers, and I'm seeing this with as well as like internet bloggers, YouTube bloggers as well, they're rushing to break a story, but they don't have the full receipts. As for like with you and straight from the A.com, when I go on your website, you have the receipt.
I'm finished. Right, because I don't want to be the first anymore. I used to be like that, but I'll wait a day or two so that I can gather a little bit more information. And it may not be the full story, but it's a little bit more than had I rushed to judgment with whatever the hot tea is.
Exactly. And it's like you take your time. Like even back in the early days, like a few years ago, I personally feel like you've always taken your time with getting the story. Like sometimes you'll get the celebrity on the phone just to have that extra receipt there. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like a lot of bloggers don't take that time anymore. They just want to hurry up and just throw a story out there so they can get that click and that view.
Yes.
But they don't actually have the full receipt, because you can throw a story out there and then hours later the rebuttal will come out, and then you put a story out there, you set that story out there, but you're wrong. You're kind of in the wrong, because the real story and all the information and stuff has came out.
Right. Well, I mean, people learn from doing. Again, I used to be that way too, but through several years in the game, some things change, some things don't. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely get what you're saying, and that's another reason why I kind of wait, or I don't do as many posts as I used to. I'm trying to catch up, but it's like that. People do rush to judgment. Another thought that I had, there are several blogs like what was it? Famulous and some I had wrote them down.
Yeah,
but
tea tenders.
Yeah, but they would like just
tea tenders.
Right. And I think it was Famulous who had their own site or whatever, and would constantly change their domain name because they were basically doing something illegal to the Googles just to get traffic to go there momentarily. You know what I'm saying? So, people have, decided to learn how to manipulate the system, but then fail at it because that quick dollar bill is just that quick. You ain't got no longevity. Where your site at now? So
exactly. So it's better if you just learn how to do it and take your time with it instead of trying to find a loophole and stuff like that. Because with the loopholes and stuff like that doesn't create longevity. Like you said, it ends up making you look bad at the end. So when all of your stuff gets shut down, you have to rebuild from the ground up, especially if you were making money off of that. So your situation gets shut down. Where's your money coming from at this point?
You're right. And a lot of people who claim that, they decided to shut down their site really just wasn't paying their hosting, or really wasn't putting the amount of time in to blog to make the money. So at the end of the day, yeah, your site need to shut down because wasn't nobody visiting it anyway.
Right. So it's just like, I think that with blogging, it's become easy to do. Anybody could just say, "Oh, I'm a blogger now." Mm-hmm. I think that's also another thing. The lane is wide open. It's kind of like with rappers. Anybody could be a rapper now. Yeah. Anybody could be a blogger now. So I see so many different blog pages on Instagram. However, I don't necessarily follow all of them because they're not always accurate. But I know if I go to your website or your Instagram, I know I'm going to get some accurate information. Whether you take 2 or 3 days to break the story, or whether you break the story 10 minutes after it came out.
And let me tell you about my Instagram. And I know probably a lot of you have noticed it, but I just noticed I was putting too much energy in the Instagram, and Instagram wasn't doing nothing for me. Instagram wasn't like, when I looked at the conversions and the clicks and this, that, and the third, it wasn't sending nobody over. Not enough to care. So if Facebook is sending over hundreds, Twitter is sending over hundreds, and Instagram is sending over 5 or 6 or whatever the case may be, it's like I'm sticking with the Facebooks and the Twitters if I'm gonna use social media to transfer stuff. Like, why would I utilize a platform that's not helping me in that way? But that's
not monetarily helping you, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for your input.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to give my 2 cents in. Okay. I want you to keep doing it. Keep blogging. I want you to keep
I ain't going nowhere, child.
You're a veteran. You're a veteran.
I'll be 60 years old, still like, let me put this post up real quick. I'll probably get some intern later on, just to cover stuff that I don't want to cover. But at the end of the day, straight from there, ain't going nowhere. So.
Okay. I'm glad because you're a veteran in this, so we need to keep the real bloggers around and let the other bloggers, the so-called bloggers, just fade to black.
I told them they need to go on, so we could take all their money, honey. We don't need to spread out all the ad dollars to everybody else. Give it to the few that remain. We'll take it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I mean, for calling. I appreciate
you. Okay, you're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Caller 1328, you are on the line.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Quick question about the blogging and purchasing your own domain name.
Yes.
What do you think about websites like WordPress? Because I see some people use it, and I'm not trying to be rude, but some of it just looks tacky. So,
I use WordPress as a platform. I don't use WordPress for my hosting. There's a difference. So if you're gonna have
that's it. Okay, help me out because I don't really know.
Yeah,
so
you don't want a website that's like michellebrown.blogspot.com or michellebrown.wordpress.com. You rather just have michellebrown.com.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying? So, that's why you want your own. You could use whatever platform you want to blog, i.e., it could be like Word. I'm giving y'all too much game. But WordPress is kind of like a Microsoft Word. It's just a platform you use. It's just a platform you use in order to have the format on the blog, so that you won't have to go in there doing all kind of HTML, kind of whatever. So it's just a platform. It's not. You can use WordPress to host, but I just don't.
Okay, I was just wondering. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so very welcome. Good luck.
Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Caller 9795. $97.95. You are on the line.
I don't think blogging is dead.
Can you speak up a little bit?
I don't think blogging is dead.
You don't? What's your name?
No. Diamond.
Diamond? How old are you, Diamond?
Yeah. 16.
You 16? Do you blog?
Yeah.
You do? What's your blog called?
I like for YouTube.
Diamond, talk in the phone, girl. Don't be scared. Diamond girl, I'm gonna hang up on you. I can't hear you.
More Diamond Jones.
Huh?
More Diamond Jones.
I can't hear you.
More Diamond Jones.
For Diamond Jones. Well, I mean, keep blogging, keep writing, and keep spelling. Okay, just keep working on your blog, and I'm sure people, your friends, will read it and everything, and eventually, you might even make some money from it. Who knows?
Thank you for the advice.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
All right, bye. Caller 6172, you are on the line.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you? Me? Yes. Who am I speaking with?
This is J Real.
Hey, J Real.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
I just wanted to call and let you know that I don't think blogging is dead. We are starting to move on to new platforms, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I love to see a Black woman like you still out here, got a business. And then you had that young woman call in, and like she was just so, timid. But to have another Black woman say, keep going and doing it,
mm-hmm.
I think that is so great.
So thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing. And I have a question for you.
Okay.
When is the master class coming?
It's coming.
I've been waiting for this master class, Michelle.
It's coming.
I'm trying to get
look, I come online.
And you like, oh, y'all gotta pay for it. I'm like, honey, come on.
Y'all do gotta pay for it now. Y'all do gotta pay. I'm just working on some little outside projects that I really can't talk about right now. That's kind of taking up my time. But I'm definitely going to do the blogging masterclass. But again, I got a lot of people who signed up for the blogging masterclass. I'm going to teach each and every one of you. I promise I will. And again, I can come, stay tuned to the site and keep, tuning in. I give y'all little jewels every now and then for free. But to get the big, the big dogs barking, I'm going to have to charge you. So, yeah, but just,
hey,
it's coming. Don't be mad at me. I know there's a lot of people mad at me. It's a lot of people pissed.
Get your money, Black woman. You got to get a piece of this pie. Keep doing what you're doing.
Trust me. I'm going to get a piece of it. But I'm getting...
trying to put people on, and you get money too. So keep doing what you're doing.
I will. Thank you so much. I appreciate your call. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Michigan.
Yes, Michigan. Stay warm up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll be in Atlanta in January for, I think it's like a little band thing going on, so I'll be in Atlanta.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, you and Josh should come and check it out.
All right, well, send me your information, mbrown@ATLien.com, and we may do that. We may pop up on y'all.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Caller 7850, you are on the line.
Hey, Michelle, it's Robert from Twitter. How are you tonight?
Hey, Robert, I missed you.
I know I missed you, too. So I have a little bit of a different opinion on this, which is good because debate is healthy. Mm-hmm. So I don't think blogging is dead, but I do think that blogging requires, blogging to me is high risk, higher reward, right? Like when I first called in all those months ago, I told you that I was, a fan of your blog and I read it every day. But now that I think about it, other than you and maybe Sandra Rose once in a blue moon, I don't really frequent blogs. And it's because I think that in 2018, it's harder to find quality blogs because they are all like social media blogs, which is, I think, a negative thing because you can't do search engine optimization with Shade Room. I tried it the other day. I tried to type in,
trust and believe. That's another reason why I'm like, yeah, y'all stay on Instagram because as soon as I post it on my site, I'm going to get all the Google traffic.
Well, exactly. And that's the thing. And I was helping a friend fill out a resume and it asked about, or an application, and it asked about search engine optimization. And I'm like, you did that at your old job. You just didn't know it was called search engine optimization. And so I don't think that blogging is dead. I do think that it is harder for blogs to break out into a 2018 landscape, right? Mm-hmm. So my three favorite blogs would be Straight from the A, Sandra Rose, and I guess Tamara Tattles. And all three blogs have been around for what? A decade, if not more, right?
Yeah,
I think Tamara Tattles is the newest.
Yeah.
But I know you and
Sandra was
Rose
before me, because Sandra was one of my blogging inspirations. Yeah. Shout out Sandra.
Exactly. And so I think that you and Sandra have been really good about utilizing social media, but still driving traffic to your site. So, for example, you mentioned this earlier, and so I'll just reiterate it. Like, when you tweet something, I'll go to your website to read it because it's, instinctive, right? I've been doing it for 10 years or however long, right? Whereas with the Shade Room, I'm not going to shaderoom.com or whatever that URL is. It's like, okay, if you can't give me everything in this one Instagram post, you've lost me.
But why
is
that?
Way, I think we should. Well, I think that it's because Shade Room isn't a blog, right? Shade Room started out as Shade Room started out as like popcorn, right? You don't want to wait 20 minutes for popcorn. Eat the popcorn when it's given to you. Don't say, okay, here, I'm going to give you the bucket of popcorn, but then you actually have to get the actual popcorn 3 steps later, right? And I think that's what bothers me about the Shade Room. And also Hollywood Unlocked and others, you claim that not you, but they claim that they were, making money on Instagram. So why do I need to take an extra step and go to an independent URL if they were already making money and they didn't have that before? And I guess it's also a bias, right? Like, you started off with your own URL, and then you were on, Twitter and Facebook and all of that. The Shade Room started out on Instagram, and so it's harder for me to want to go there. And then also, your website is really good, right? The Shade Rooms, have you been on it? I'm almost afraid I'm going to catch a virus, even though I have a MacBook. So it's I don't want to do that. And I hate to use the term the Chitlin Circuit, but the Shade Rooms URL gives me Chitlin Circuit vibes. It's okay, y'all are not serious, and this is not a professional, vlog. And even when I disagree with your post, I'm still in awe of the quality of the blog, right? I don't have to worry about ads freezing or, my Safari freezing up, and so I appreciate that. So,
I like this. I've talked to the Shade Room's owner before, and my only problem with the Shade Room and the content is that when you put on your Shade Room post, read the rest on the Shade Room, and I go to the Shade, I'm the one that's going to go over there because I'm a blogger, and I may, reference you in one of my posts. If you put on your post, but go to Shade Room to read, to read more, and I go to the Shade Room and the post ain't even there. It's y'all tricked me. Why you not putting the post over here? It's just either you want the traffic or you don't. And so it got to the point now that, because I've done it before more than one time, went over there and the post that they said was over there wasn't even on the site. I just don't even go anymore because I know I don't know what they doing.
No, exactly. And that's the thing. And I feel also, and this is no shade, but it almost reminds me of somebody having a manic episode when they do all these 20,000 hashtags and then tell you to go read it. And there's no hyperlink on it. I care about stuff like that. And I know
but that's the point with Instagram. They won't let you put a hyperlink. The only thing that Instagram will give you is the bio or put it in the story. And ain't nobody swiping up, not too many people.
Well, no, that's how I am. Yeah, I'll look at your story, but even you, and I love you to life, but when you're swipe up, I'm nope, not doing it, Michelle, and I'll keep going, right? Because I just don't.
You better swipe up when I say swipe up, because that's the only time I'm gonna be on there. Is if I'm telling y'all to swipe up.
But see, I follow your stuff naturally, so I feel I've probably already seen it anyway. You know what I mean? And so half the time, even when I don't call in, I'm still listening to the live, or I've already re-listen to it. And so when you're like new video up, I'll, just be like, oh, okay, I'll go check it out. But yeah, I don't want to do all of that. I just feel like I'm going down a rabbit hole. And I think that's one of the reasons why it took me so long to get on Instagram. It's like, okay, you have to figure this all out. There are no hyperlinks. And then it's like, what am I doing? And so I, as you know, prefer Twitter over Instagram. And so let me just say this. Hi, Jazzy Bell. Thank you to Bingeworthy. I started following you on Instagram. I
awesome.
Love the page.
Hey, Jazzy.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
I didn't hear that.
Robert, you're always awesome.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Now I need to get back to work because I have a deadline to meet Thursday, and I'm like, oh crap, I've been BSing. So I'm gonna listen in one ear and work in work. So all righty, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Well, thank you, Robert. I appreciate you. Have a good night.
All right.
Bye. Ooh, the helicopter's coming. Hold on. Caller 6955, you are on the line.
Hey, Michelle. Sorry, I had to call back one more time.
Okay.
I forgot to say something. So, I think another problem with the blogs, because I feel like the market, I don't feel like the market is oversaturated per se, but I do feel like bloggers can focus more on filling a need versus just following trends. So, like, there's a bunch of blog sites that look the same, because I look at a lot of different blog sites like Exo Nicole and Blavity and all them, and the layout is pretty much the same. Like, it'll be like love and beauty and news and politics, and it's like everybody's doing the same stuff.
Right.
So it's kind of like, if you want to stand out and really want people to come to your site, maybe try to like fill a different need or do something different. Like, you can, like with your site, you're you do news at basically mainly Atlanta
Housewives or whatever. Yeah. And I tell everybody should always choose a niche. You always want to narrow down your topic, because if your topic is too broad, you're not going to narrow down your audience. I'd rather have a small piece of a whole lot of people than be so broad that I don't get too many people over here, because don't nobody know what to expect when they get over there. So
exactly, that's what I see a lot, because I'm a person, I like to study. Like, even when I'm doing anything that I'm doing, I like to study. I like to look at the quote unquote competition, and I see a lot of the same stuff. And it's kind of like, well, if everybody's reporting on the same stuff, then you're not standing out. Like,
right.
So filling a need, I think, is really important. And I think that would drive people to, read blogs more.
And I've said this.
Standing out and
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I've said this before in a previous live. Like, I think it was in the 10 YouTube commandments video. But basically, like, I met with Google a while back, and I met, all of these different people who had all of these different blogs. And like, this one person had a blog that was strictly talking about chicken coops. And I'm like, who the hell gonna read about these chicken coops? And he had like millions of people coming because that was his niche. Chicken coops with a garage, a chicken coop with this, that, and the third, and a chicken coop with built like a mansion, and all of this stuff. It is weird, but it's a niche. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, whatever it is you like, just narrow it down and focus on that, and just blog the hell out of it, whatever that is.
Exactly. Yeah, that was one little thing I forgot to say earlier. But yeah, like, it's a lot of the blogs, especially the entertainment gossip blogs. They all have. You go to like their pages, they all have the same layout. It's like 3 or 4 different categories, relationship, all yada yada yada. It's all the same, and they're all like reporting on the same news. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling back. I appreciate that input. Gave the people a little tip on niching, and Bingeworthy high-fived me on that, because like, I'd rather focus on like all of these millions of people who watch this one reality show, or whatever the reality shows are, or Atlanta. People can be like, oh, she's just an Atlanta blogger. Okay, I'm just an Atlanta blogger, but the whole wide world is looking for Atlanta. So what kind of sense does that make, to try to put me down just for being an Atlanta blogger? Hell, they invite me to all kind of cities. So it's just interesting, because Atlanta is worldwide, honey.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Last call for alcohol. Caller 6196. You are on the line.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi. I'm trying to catch the voice.
I knew you was. I'm working on something. That's why I was trying to see if you could catch my voice.
Detroit.
Yes.
What's your name again? Say it.
It's Buzzworthy TV.
Buzzworthy. That's right. Okay.
Yes, I was working on taking it down an octave.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, friend, squad.
So anyway, I was calling because, first of all, I'm so glad you're talking about this because, as you know, I've been in a kind of a rut. Even on my Instagram, because it was just like, okay, everybody's doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. And while you do try to be different, and it falls into the realm of what everybody else is doing, you do get kind of discouraged. But I do agree with what you're saying. Like, you got to find your niche and just stick with it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Like, seriously, if that's your passion and that's what you're good at, it's going to happen. So I do agree with you on that.
And I always say, don't stop. Like, be consistent. Everybody started at zero. Everybody started at zero. So despite how fast you grow or how slow you grow, just stay consistent and you'll see some results. So don't give up. Like, even when it's your own blog and you're like, oh, I only got 5 hits to my blog today. Oh, I only got whatever hit. Like, some days you might get 100. Some days you might not. At the end of the day, like, but it's what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So just be consistent.
And that is so true because when I was in between jobs this summer and I just started doing like Instagram blogging, and I really was starting to get a little buzz. Mm-hmm. And then I started working, and you know how that can be. You work all day. I work from 8 to 5. Mm-hmm. That's all day, and I'm on the phone all day. So it's kind of like when I get home, I don't want to look at a phone, or if I'm doing something, I'm just listening and just trying to get my mind right, but I got to take this as a second job, and that's what it is. Until it pays my bills, and because my main job, I got to treat it like a second job. As soon as I get home, I need to be doing videos. I need to be blogging. Mm-hmm. I need to be on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So you're right.
You're right. Well, definitely stick with it. I keep telling people to quit because I'm like, y'all quit and I'll just pick up y'all traffic just because I ain't gonna never quit. I'm just gonna keep going. I mean, I'll be like 70 years old still. Let me put up this post real quick. But
you know what I like about you? Like what Robert said, shout out to Robert. What I love about what you do is you did start out blogging, but then you like, okay, I still am going to blog, but it's this whole new entity that I can tap into and make it work, which is this whole YouTube thing. I love how you will say, hey, you know what, I'm going to do a video today and we're going to talk about it, but it's also straight from the A. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, we get to call in and talk about it, but hey, if we want to go to your blog and read it, we got that too. And it's like, it's free promotion.
Yes.
At the same time.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Buzzworthy. It's always so great to hear from you and to hear your input and your happy voice. You made my day.
Well, thank you. And just want to shout out to everybody in the chat, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye. All right, that's the last call. And, I'm not going to, I know y'all thought I was coming here to throw shade and throw salt on people's game and to do all of that. No, I'm doing this about me. And I'm in a moment of transparency. Let me just say, I wanted to quit blogging back in 2009. I have been blogging for about 2 years. And I was like, I'm going to quit. I'm not making enough money. And I don't know what I'm going to do because I have been living off of my 401k. And I said all of this in the video way back when I talked about how I got fired from my 6-figure gig. But that's, y'all wanted me to rehash that, go over there. But I just want to say that a good friend of mine, Killer Mike, pretty much told me, you are Atlanta. These other blah, blah, blah ain't from here. Really, you do this. And, he talked me into not. And honest to God, like within a week or 2 weeks, my income doubled. Then it tripled. And, I prayed on it. And I was just like, okay. this must be where I'm supposed to be. And I have not stopped since. So I just want to say to all the bloggers out there, don't ever let anybody discourage you. Just, their path is not your path. Their vision is not your vision. The things they do aren't the things you're going to do. Nobody can do you better than you can do you. So continue to strive to do the things that you love to do. If that blogging, okay, great. But the thing is, like I always say to everybody, is very, 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 very important to have your own platform, because if you don't, you have to follow the rules and regulations of somebody else. So again, either you are a boss or you working for a boss. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to straightfromtheA.com. So thank you guys. I will talk to you later. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Zills, for moderating. Thank you, Pray for the Wolves. I will see you later. Bye.